Shinfo. How you doing? Today on the show, we're going to discuss chemically induced mysticism. We're going to talk about how your gut flora is only one. Your gut flora, your stomach lining, is only one cell thick. And when you put sugar into your stomach lining, it basically drives a nail or a tack right into it and immediately starts to screw with you. Your gut flora is your number one way to prevent and contain and defend. It's your immune system's beginning. So, processed sugars like refined sugars, are really bad for people. So I'm going to wash the oven here. I boiled some potatoes last night. I'm going to show you how to have a really nice meal so you can get some extra stuff done today. All right? Good morning and welcome to the show. It's a good one. We got a real good one today. Hopefully we can get a couple people in the chat, talk about a little bit about this stuff. It's okay if we don't. This is not for everyone, meaning like you may not have an insight. I'm learning about this, so I'm not full of answers. I'm full of questions that need answers. So maybe we'll get some today on the show. We might Google or define something. But for now, I'm happy with just discussing how bad sugar is for us. Totally and outright. So, we got to look at ways to remove candy, remove sugary drinks, sugary candies from our lives forever. A dehydrated fruit is an awesome way to give yourself a nice yummy, if you like dehydrated strawberries, or possibly you like whatever you can dehydrate, apricots, oranges, pears, whatever it is. I'd love to hear what you love to dehydrate and eat. Maybe if you could show it to me, that'd be awesome. If you can't, I'll probably still make it anyway, you know? We'll look at dehydrators. Not there. I'm okay. Just a few dishes that need to be done today. The dish rack is in the wrong section. I've got a new coffee maker and I don't know what's going on. But I'm going to move this right now. Dish rack, gone! Until tonight. I love doing it. That actually made me feel good to give that a little reef there. So let's do that. Another thing, if you are grouchy, think about the last time you ate. A little snack and a glass of water. Excellent way to make you less toxic. With the way the world is nowadays, everybody is eating wrong. Hardly anybody's exercising properly or doing a daily activity that is full body exercise workout. It's bad for your mind. It's good to be working on projects. It keeps your mind busy. If you have nothing to do in the day right now, go grab a pack of seeds, like flowers, tomatoes, and start planting them. Summer is upon us. If it looks like it's not a nice day, bring your tomato plant seedlings inside. It's the best thing you can do. Put them in your garage, put them in your shed overnight, so they don't get hail and rained on. It takes 2 seconds to do it, you know. Keep all your seedlings in one tray, you know. Find some plastic bin that you can put your 6-pack of tomatoes in, or however you start them. Keep them compact to start, not too big. And this will allow you to, you'll have to transplant maybe 3 or 4 times before their final stage. But this allows you to be able to carry around, you know, your plants and keep an eye on them. Somebody comes over, put them underneath your sink, something like that, in a cupboard, they'll be fine there. Whatever it is that if your mind is racing, stop it, you know. You gotta control your mind. Anxiety is real, but it doesn't have to overtake anyone. Do you have your homeostasis in line? How's your ECS? How's your endocannabinoid system doing? Is it very low? That's not good. Stresses just riddle the body with disease. So if you're stressed out, go have a nap, go take a bath, clean yourself, wash yourself good, brush your teeth, mouthwash if you use that stuff. Get yourself doing something different right now to kind of change the mood that you're in right now. Gonna do a nice meal. Gonna enjoy a nice meal. And we're gonna enjoy a nice tasty smoothie maybe for lunch, which is like a dessert for me. So let's see what we have here for there's a thing of mushrooms. We're gonna have these. I just can't remember which ones I bought which day. Let me see, there's 2 packs here, and I want to use the pack that's looking worse for wear. They're both really good, which sucks because there's no expiration on these. They both look good. I'm going to use this one. This one has just a hair more stuff going on onto it. Grab yourself a pack of cremini mushrooms right here. Get yourself a strainer right here. You got your potatoes that you boiled yesterday right here. You can see that, all of them. A good sized pot. I got a big head. You're gonna wash your cremini mushrooms in here. You're gonna saute these mushrooms and onions. I'm just gonna start chopping right here. I got a cutting board out already. I like to give the mushrooms a really good rinsing. Just blasting the water over them. Get 20-30 seconds. Mushrooms are dirty. Wash them off. Now, they ain't dirty, okay? Get your hand in there. You can blast the water pretty hard. Rinse your strainer after you do it. Get all the bits off the strainer. Take them down. Let me show you these mushrooms here. 30 seconds there. 20-30 seconds, easy. Get a nice clean rinse on these. Get your mushrooms looking real nice and clean. There's this piece of mushroom there, but we'll throw off what you think. Here we go. You're looking at, these are grown in stuff you don't really want to know about, so I mean, it's organic material. Alright, so you got your potatoes here, your pan. You're going to pop your mushrooms into your pan, like so. These potatoes, you're just going to give them a dash of olive oil in the bottom here once you get all that little bit of water strained off. Like so. Just coating your potatoes in the olive oil at first. A little bit of warmth there. These mushrooms like that. These mushrooms drying out nice. Get the initial moisture that was in the mushrooms out. Come here, I'll bring you over. Let's have a peek. Let's see what I'm up to. Dusty's in the house. Good morning, Dusty. How you doing, homie? These here. Got the oven off. Oven is off for this one, on for this one. Let's show you this. Got the mushrooms here like that. So these are a fungus. They're a spore. This is one of the best things in the world for your immune system, your gut flora, and your digestive system. They're all one. Everything I just said is actually one thing. It's so connected, it may as well be considered one and the same. Let's pop it here like this. Eating fresh and healthy is something I really try to do as often as possible. It's going to ensure a longer life, less problem in your life with regard to disease. Let's get it. What's the weather like where you're at today? Let me know. Let me know what your weather's all about there. Gonna do a nice thin onion chop. This little piece is a little bit of a go this way on her. Take that. Take all your onion right here. And I should have some fresh garlic here. Fresh garlic. Purple garlic, love them. Reeks so nice, so nice. Grab yourself a couple cloves here. I like 3 or 4. I'll do these 3. Let's get you in a little closer on the garlic. Super easy to cut. Some people may not have easiest time. Take your do it safer for you. I like to make sure I got a hold on it like this. Push down a little bit, squeeze on her. She ain't going anywhere. Garlic can slip right out of your hands. It's got such an oily skin to it. And once you peel this back, she's popping right out of your hand no matter what you do. You don't have to do it like this. This is the one method. You get a little garlic under your nail. Good for your bod for sure. No bugs will be there if the garlic's there. I'll tell you that right now. Get the garlic piece. You get your garlic piece like that, or you can just be a boss about it. Grab any good old knife, give her a little squish, and then just poke this thing right out. One time. Che, how you doing, Che? Dusty says was nice yesterday. Looks good for today. Big rain. Yeah, I was telling my wife, rain's coming in. She's like, no, it's not in California. I'm like, yeah, it is, babe. It's raining in California on Monday. It means we're going to get rain Thursday, Friday. So let's see if it comes Thursday night or Friday morning or Friday afternoon. It'll give me an idea. Well, plus the winds were low at the time, so
I guess it's moving 4 days from California, but we'll see what happens here. How's Che doing? Y'all ready for the big meal? In the kitchen cooking with the hash, man. See this little piece of garlic here? Can you all smash the like button? 6 of you. Smash it, please. See this piece of garlic? We're just going to go at it. I'm just going to remove some of that. It's looking a little worse for wear. And we got lots of garlic. So, you got that pan on high. The mushrooms are kind of caramelizing and breaking. Not kind of. They're caramelizing and breaking down. I don't mind big chunks of garlic. It just lets me know some of that's going to hit my stomach lining and just start working its magic, getting rid of all the bad parasites in your stomach. Garlic is the best. You got all this here. Bring it over. 2 3/4 cloves or whatever it was. Zoom you out a touch there. Yeah, I think I got a tripod coming. One of the tripods that I did get in the mail from somebody doesn't work that good, but I use it, but I don't use it on the live stream because it's not tall enough. But I use it for shots. I'll show it on a live stream tomorrow. Thank you very much. It didn't come with nobody sent the thing with it, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. That's from actually over 60 days ago. I got that, but I waited to set it up. I'm a bit of a germaphobe, so it's okay if your pan looks a little worse for wear. The stuff in the pan does. I just didn't add oil soon enough, so it kind of dried out onto the pan. I'll scrub it off after. It's completely okay. Everything looks perfect. This pan is 90% done. We'll let that garlic kind of get in there and mellow out a little bit. So this will be what we have for a side dish with the gravy. Of course, we're having potatoes and gravy. I don't think it's mashed potatoes. I think we're doing smashed potatoes. So we're gonna lighten our workload in the kitchen today. Yesterday we've been cooking for only a few minutes, and you can already see we got this delectable. Look at this. So what we're gonna do, just add a slight drop of this in here. Woo! Loving this. It smells so earthy and heavenly. You're going to turn your heat off now on your pan. About a cup and a half, or a lid and a half, so about a tablespoon of soy sauce probably. You're going to turn your heat down real low. A couple little dashes of water there, never hurt no one. Go like that, and boom. Yeah, not even one onion is stuck to the pan. It's just kind of like the remnants of the mushroom. A little piece of the mushroom is stuck to the pan, but none of the mushrooms are burnt or anything. Let me show you all of them here. They're perfect. Cooked to perfection. You can see here. So, once you get her like that, 7 people, 2 likes. Keep those likes coming. Share the video, post it on your social media, let them know. We're cooking up a storm. We're going to grab this right here and just pop them right in. Remember what I said? I said smashed potatoes. We're going to test these buggers right now. Oh! Oh my God. So good. We said smash potatoes, didn't we? Smash! I love golden potatoes. Yellow golds, my fave, okay? Just like that. Smashed potatoes. But these are nice, coated in a little bit of olive oil. The inners aren't. So we're gonna let these inners fill up with the moist, crisp, beautiful vegan gravy. We're gonna pop it right now in the pot I just popped these potatoes out of, so we're not washing any extra pots. This is the pot I used last night to boil these potatoes. That's going to be her right there. They're just underboiled by a hair. These are huge. Some of these were huge, so they're, they can use a couple minutes in a pan, just like this. We're going to add the gravy right to this pan, and it's just going to be heaven. You're just going to dig in. You're going to get a dash of vegan butter and just put it on the top of your beautiful. It's going to be unreal. You got a pan here. We're going to put, what I said, vegan gravy in here. Let's go. Got one here. Let's see what kind. Is it going to be? It's going to be brown herb gravy. Love this kind. This one is a nice one. No meat, baby. Let's show you. Let's do this. So brown herb calls for, let's see the amount of water putting in the cup. 250 on the money. Some call for 300. Some call for 2 cups. It's kind of crazy. There's a lot of different gravy recipes you can get at. Make sure you read your pack. You don't want to be putting too much or too little, and you got glue or you got a soup, and you're supposed to be having gravy, right? So this takes 2 seconds. Let me bring you over real fast here. How much battery life we got? 3%. I'm gonna have to try and do this real fast. Don't worry, I'm gonna plug my phone in. If this doesn't die, I'm gonna disable the flash there. That. Grab the whisk. I like this whisk, this one. Yo, what's up? Damien Garza. Hi, glad to see you're back, Hash. Hey, thanks, Damien. Nice to see you too, homie. Very nice. Doing a cooking show, talking about gut flora and chemically induced mysticism. What does that even mean, bud? Hey? What does chemically induced mysticism even mean, bud? Well, if you talk about different sorts of scientific studies, you can go even into CIA research to find chemically induced scientific research projects. Many chemically induced scientific studies regarding esoteric nature have been done. And all scientists conclude there is something to chemically induced mysticism. And it works. It is a thing. It's real. Blow your mind. But you can drop LSD and become, smarter if you go on the right trip with the right people at the right time. It's got to be done in a laboratory, they're saying, scientific studies, but it is happening. There are people that are gaining from this. In Canada, they used to give people ecstasy in Saskatchewan, in psychedelic wards. In psych wards, they used to give. They may still be doing it, just more under the radar, but they were doing it in psych wards in Saskatchewan. They were giving LSD, DMT, all sorts of different things in psych wards in Saskatchewan over the years. So research that and look it up yourself. Science, baby. Who knew? Who knew? They say PTSD can be relieved from doses of mushrooms and DMT and acid. It's interesting what they have concluded in their hundreds. They've had over 100 years of scientific research on this stuff in what we call Western medicine. And we're going to talk a little bit about politics and political identity and what does political identity even mean? Well, you're not gonna. It's gonna blow your mind, but that'll be tonight's episode if I can muster up the. I'm doing a lot right now. I can't really say too much. It's all under wraps. Not what you're thinking, but I'm also starting businesses and things like that. So yeah, things are happening on the back burner here. Got a lot of things on the go, but it doesn't mean I don't have time to bang out some YouTube streams and shout out some people that are good people. Just means I can find time while I'm eating and cooking and doing things. Under psychedelics, telepathy is easier to achieve. My experience with some dosages lead to mind reading abilities used on me. Wow. Wait, my experience with some led me to mind reading abilities used on me. Are you saying under psychedelic telepathy is easier to achieve? Under psychedelics telepathy. Oh, you're saying that it's easier to read someone's mind while they're just laced with acid, eh? Um, whew. It's amazing. So basically you're saying I mind meld with you when you're on acid. I can dive into your head. Now, do I have to be on acid, or did I have to be on or have I already done acid, and does it make it easier for me to mind meld with you? Because I believe that is the case. I can mind meld with people. I don't like doing it. It takes some out of me, but I feel I have to. For security situations, I check people, and what people don't realize, when you're checking someone, you're actually mind melding to see if they're a psychopath or not. You're trying to get in their head and analyze their motions or their actions or their intentions. So I will agree wholeheartedly with everything you've said, and I'll give you a gold star there, buddy. Thanks for showing up to the stream. That was awesome. Super intellectual conversation on the morning show. Not going to get that too many places in the world. Wait, you're not getting it anywhere besides here. Check. You already know it's pizza day, and I'm Hash Info, so don't you forget it. It's Thursday. We're doing pizza at 7, 8, 9, 10 p.m. It could be midnight pizza. We boss out at 2 in the morning. I'll make a pizza. I make a pizza at 3 in the morning. I wake up and I have pizza at 5 in the morning. Hey, doesn't matter. But we're having pizza sometime. Right away. We're having pizza right away, we'll say. All right, here we go. Now, hi Tiggs, you want to say morning to everybody? Tiggs, you want to say morning to everybody? Come on this side. Come here, right here. Come right here. Why do you only sit there? I want them to see you. Come here, Tiggy. Tiggy words. Tiggy, hi. Tiggy words. Come here. Come here, you skunk burglar. Come, Tiggy. Come see your paw. Tiggy. Hey. Hi. Come see me. Come here. Come see me. He says hi to everybody. He's trying to figure out when it's time to go outside. He knows when I go out. That's when. So let's take a peek on that gravy. That's just doing awesome. I had to fix this kitchen cabinet today. I just pulled it off so it doesn't rip off on its own. But it's been kind of dragging and lagging. It wasn't put on properly, so I gotta use some wood glue to fill the hole. Re-tap into it and drill a hole back into it, so it's gonna stay in there this time. It's a heavy door. It's a 2-piece oak door, and it's like one of those dividing doors. And it should have like 4 or 5 hinges instead of just the normal 2, because it's holding up twice as much weight. But the whoever the architect, whatever you want to call the person that put the engineer, whoever put this together, built this on a Friday. So just wanted to get out of work and go, I wanted to start banging. So you got onions, garlic, cremini mushrooms, gold potatoes, right here. Maybe? Oh yeah, there it is. Right here. Caramelized onion and garlic in there. Thank you so much. Got this nice gravy we're going to put in there in a second. I was thinking of just ladling it right over top. It's got this nice fine herb gravy. You can see? Let me see if I can show you a little closer. See all those herb bits in there? It's really nice, and the gravy has just come together so perfectly. You can see the gravy coats extremely well at this point. So she's fine. She's not fine, she's minty. Kane! All this technology, I still can't smell it. Oh, I know, my friends. But I can do this for you. We all have imaginations that have lived. Okay, so check this out. Let's use our imaginations. Close your eyes for a second for me. Close your eyes. Put yourself black screen. Put yourself in a forest right now. Standing in a forest with fresh, crisp air. So you smell nothing but freshness, okay? You see some mushrooms over there, straight in front of you. Walk over and pick one of the mushrooms up. Just pick one of the mushrooms. Holy shit, is that hot? I touched a bit of the pan there. These are hot. Pick up one of the damn mushrooms very carefully, and hopefully your mushrooms aren't smoking like mine, okay? Take a look at your... Take a look at your mushroom there. And just really take it in. This little beauty here, fungi. This is a spore. This sucker travels planets, universes, solar systems. Landed here for us to enjoy. You felt it. Oh. Really earthy, woody, very sultry and savory at this point right here. You could add a bit of salt, or you could just go with what we've put in. I'm going with what we've put in, plus there's going to be some salt in that. So here we are. We're gonna let's get this. Is anybody opposed to a bowl of some fine, wonderful? I'm thinking a bowl for this meal. I think a bowl will really just kind of make it hearty. And you want to show the people that you're serving this to what the entirety is. So you make sure you get some onion and some caramelized onion on the top. If you can, you can see there's some onion on there. People like to see what they're eating, right? So they're going to look and go, okay, garlic, onion, mushrooms, yellow gold potatoes, and then the drizzle. You got to do the drizzle carefully. You want them to, like I said, you want them to see it, right? Right there. That's her. So this is a very hearty, warm dish. The mushrooms, my mouth is salivating, sorry. $2 for the cremini mushrooms here in Winnipeg. You may get them cheaper. The yellow gold potatoes, a bag of potatoes was $4 for a 10-pound bag, or $5 for a 10-pound bag. I can't remember exactly. You've got the onion in there. The onion is maybe 40 cents, 30 cents for the onion. We used a whole onion, the whole can of the whole package of mushrooms, so $2.30, maybe $1.25 in potato. You're looking at $3.50. We'll call it $3.50. I can't remember what I said. Sorry about that. And then you've got all this. So you got about for $3, and then the gravies it is 56 cents. I think you get two for $1.20 or something like that. So you're looking at about 20 cents, 15 cents worth of gravy. This bowl costs about 65, 75, 80 cents for this nice healthy bowl. Like a big. This is 1.5 pounds. Let me show you here. Let's get it. Let's get this. Don't go to the grocery store and pick up processed food. Go to the grocery store and buy a 5 or 10 pound bag of potatoes. Bring it home, put 4 potatoes in a pot, boil them with a dash of salt, strain them, set them to the side for a while, I was going to make hash browns this morning, but I needed to add oil. You can see here I didn't add too much oil to the pan. I'm going to be scrubbing. That's okay. It scrubbed for like 10 seconds. This is a ceramic pan. And I'll show you actually. I'm going to clean this pan after. And I'll show you how fast and easy I clean it. I'll take everything off. I'll soak it. Finally, YouTube notified me. So glad I could made it. Hell yeah, brother. Oh, thank you so much. And thank you for YouTube to finally allowing the largest daily live streamer in the world to send out his notifications to my friends that I actually value on YouTube, This is cooled sufficiently here. We're just going to give you one more nice close-up as if you were taking the bite. Oh. So, I was going to give this to, this was going to be for someone else. I'm going to eat it. It's so good. I'm going to make another one right now. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. Oh. Mm. Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We nailed this so hard. It didn't take long. A few minutes. You really want to get in there with that gravy. I'm going to put a little more on my bowl there. So, please everybody, let's not eat fast food. I think there's something in the fast food that's killing us. We've all been saying it for years, but now I'm positive. Fast food entities, they're killing us. So let's not go there. I haven't gone for months. I've lost 12 pounds. I haven't eaten out. No shit. 12 pounds. Now, I will be in a bikini by July. Now, let's go. I'm going to have this pan come off. We're going to pull another pan in. I'm just going to give it a quick rinse in the sink. 2-second rinse here. I've also never liked fast food. I used to go to a restaurant that was like, they cooked home-cooked meals, you know? But now, I definitely don't go to any restaurants, and it's not because I don't think that restaurant isn't nice or doesn't have great food. No, it's a nice restaurant. They're beautiful people. I'm saving money by eating at home. I'm putting money into my house and gardens and things like that. There's a lot of things we need to spend our money on right now, and I don't think we should be allocating. If you're worried about a restaurant that you may have a connection to, go out and support it. I'm not saying don't support restaurants that are home-cooked restaurants. Maybe it's the place where you got engaged or something. Go support it. But I'm telling you, you gotta watch your spending. None of us are watching. This is a great way to save money. Give me 1 second while I grab the special dish. Hi, Diggs. Oh, I'll race you, Diggs. I'll race you. Diggs one. Grab our Beyond. It's a great way to get a shit ton of protein in your body. It's 40 grams of protein in this half pound right here. 40 grams. If I put a pound in this pan of mung beans, these are mung beans right here. Watch this in a second. Watch what I turn these into. Jake says it's gonna be awesome. Alright, got that. This. Alright, here we go. Now, right here. Yes to yes. Garlic powder here. Close it up. Put it away. Why do I use garlic powder over the fresh garlic? This is dehydrated garlic. It's not fresh, but it is still organic garlic. That is garlic that's been dehydrated and dried. Whoa. What did they do to this garlic? It has been, does it say on here? This is powdered. This is garlic that's been powdered. Yeah, Tig says meow. Meow. Tiggs, you say meow? Tiggs. Say meow. Hi, Tiggy. Bubby. Hey, Bubbert. Hey, Bubbert. Bubby. The cats have been eating and eating and eating. They're not hungry. Their bowl is empty, but that's because they just finished eating before I came live. He wants to go outside, so please just let him be. He can't go outside. He can jump fences and get hit by cars, and I don't want that, so my cat stays inside. I'm gonna feed him a little more food just in case, but this is where he takes advantage of me in the summer, is because I can't tell if he's hungry or if he actually wants to go outside. See, in the wintertime, he'll only meow at me for food, because we do a thing once every winter when the first snowfall comes and I have a headache from him meowing at me 4,000 million times. I will say, let's go outside, and he'll go outside and he'll run outside while it's snow. Like, he'll take 1, 3, 4 steps outside, and then he's like, wait a second, what is this white stuff everywhere? Why is it cold? My balls are falling off right now. It's so cold. And then he'll come right back inside, and he won't meow to go outside until May. May 1st, he's on his horn every half hour like a dick. Just honk, honk, honk. That's my Tigs. You can watch any live stream from May to December 31st, and he's honk. He's just right on his horn like a goof. I absolutely love Tigs and Bob. Riggs is really vocal though. Yes, he's so vocal. It drives me nuts because when I was in my accident, I did not like sounds like that. Even before, maybe I didn't like it, that much, but it was nothing. Like, the meowing was just so the word is incessant. So once these get nice, we're gonna add a little bit of we're gonna add buns to these. So we're gonna go over here. We got these 100% whole wheat 100% whole wheat buns, 100% whole wheat crostini buns. So you're gonna grab 2 of those and get them all crusty in your toaster. Hopefully you don't have a crap toaster like I do. I have a crap toaster. I put it on low the other day and it was smoking my bread. Like, my bread was smoking. So I don't know what's up with that. But I'm going to sit here and watch. I'm only going to put it in for about 15 seconds. It's going to be hopefully under toasted bread. Is that a thing? Is that a way of putting it? So we're going to get one more bun out. And then I'm going to grab 2 plates. Just smaller plates. Just for the record. And one here. This here. We're going to cut some tomato. We're going to cut some lettuce, tomato, onion, pickles, mustard, relish, barbecue sauce. And that'll be where we draw the line. Now let's get out what I just said. I see pickles. I see mustard. I see relish. The chick wants ketchup, and I want barbecue. I've got everything first try. I'm craving orange juice and cranberry juice. Any pregnant chicks in chat craving either of those things? I need to know if I'm the first pregnant dude who's a YouTuber that scored. I'm definitely not having sex. I heard there's this thing called quarantine sex. I have no idea what that's all about. Please, anyone in the chat, enlighten me. What is quarantine sex? Like, are people doing it with other people besides their husband and wife? Is that what, like, are you meeting in a park or something? Is there a park visit happening? Are there meaningful park visits happening between husbands and wives, and then they're separating and running off to the opposite sex and just banging them in the forest? Because that's what I'm picturing, like, quarantine sex being, like, breaking the law. Hey, you want to bang? Yeah, I do. I'm married and I haven't done it for months. Okay, let's do it. I'm with you. Let's do it. Breaking the law. And then all you hear in the forest is breaking the law. I'm down. I just gotta find out if the wifey is, and then some quarantine sex today. I'm gonna be hitting up parks all day today in hopes of finding that other couple just wandering, just lost in the forest until they find someone to bang, eh? Like I said, under-roasted or however you want to say it, this is, okay? Get that. You're gonna go with your, this will be my wifey's. A little bit of mustard on there. There, ketchup, she can't not have ketchup on the burger. And get her some relish. And a pickle. A pickle.
Yeah, Mickey, you're putting pickles on your hamburger or your vegan burger, Mickey? Yeah?
Maybe we'll watch Scoob today. Oh, I shouldn't be. I don't want to be shouting out anything, but apparently there's stuff going on today. I haven't really done too much of the movie watching. I'm a big Ancient Aliens guy, and they seem to have taken Ancient Aliens off air. It's just too informational. We're learning too much about what these cruddy people are up to. So let's see how this hamburger sandwich is doing over here. Needs another minuto. Dusty's in the house. I hate that when you can't rely on your toaster. Oh yeah, no, totally. And you're popping it up and you can hear me popping it up and down to check it. Yeah. Well, I gotta be on point. Yesterday I got shit for having smoky kitchen here, and I'm like, whoa, I didn't realize I'm just in here cooking. And then I look to my side, and it is smoky in here, so it's my bad. Couple more seconds on this toast, I'm hoping. I cranked it right on, smoke it right out, so we'll see what happens. I do see a few fumigations happening. I definitely smell toast. Huh. I wasn't having a... What is it when you smell toast? Are you having a seizure or a stroke? Which one was it? Did anybody hear about Ryan Seacrest the other day? They're saying Ryan Seacrest may have had a stroke on America's Got Talent the other day. Look, I'm not in... a guy that doesn't sit there and be a dick to anyone, so that sucks, you know? He may be rich and he may be, put on a pedestal by these elites, but I don't dislike him, is what I'm going to say. But when I saw the video, I was like, holy shit, something's going on with Ryan Seacrest's eye, and he literally is not himself for like 10 seconds there. So... he denies he was having a stroke, but if you... OG Bobby Johnson in the house. What up, my man? I don't know what it's like anymore. Been so long, I think my back would blow out. Oh, buddy, trust me. So, like, once you get back on the saddle, buddy, I'm telling you, it's like, woo! It's like riding a dirt bike, homie. You're gonna do just fine. Well, Let's get Dusty laid in the chat. Is anybody in Alberta? Can you meet him in a park? Jake, can you meet Dusty at 4:19? I don't even know. We're gonna have to. This is a joke and everything, but I gotta stop it in case. Who knows how weird people are in the weird people? So we don't want them being like, she's running a prostitution ring, but he ain't charging for it. I'm like, no, prostitution is very awful. I would never even encourage prostitution. I have never done prostitution, and I will never, and I don't like the thought of prostitution. So if that helps clear up the air, good. Quickly, let's clear it up. I'm kidding. But yeah, no, Dusty's a very good-looking man. He's a very able, capable man. Che, you're missing out right now. Dusty rides dirt bike, Che. You know what that means. Oh, wait. Dude, we don't know if Dusty shaves or not, so it might be like, we don't know, might be a bit of a muffled clap, but if he shaves, Che goes, no way, Dusty. Hopefully soon, mate. Yeah, no, for sure. Fuck, what about me? What about me? I am married. Like, I got the bike already. I just can't go for a rip. What about me, Che? Hopefully, I already got a bicycle, Che. I can't go for a ride on it. That's me and Dusty same, but I got the bike. Hey, there's a piece of broken something in the sink. It's a cup. Holy fuck, where the knife was, it busted a hole right through the cup. So I had one of those weighted knives in the sink. And I guess it was inside the sink. And the bottom of the knife pounded through. I like these red cups. Damn. That's my fault. When I said everything was okay, it wasn't. I lost the cup. Not this knife, but the big ones. I guess it was in there like this. And when it fell in the sink, the hammer of that, boom, pounded the cup right through. That sucks. So we're one down. I could use it as a really cool flower pot. I'll get in shift. Why are you keeping this? I don't know. I really don't know anymore. So, I'm going to put... Have you? I know the vids I've seen are boss. Soon, Hashi. That's some funny stuff. Yeah, no, hopefully soon, that's for sure. I mean, I can't take much more of this. Hearing about everybody else's quarantine sexing, and I'm just sitting here just like a rock. Bobby's in the house. OG Bobby. Got this gravy going here. How's Oregon today, Bobby? How is it? Made some smashed potatoes. Mmm. Mmm. So this one's mine. So what I do for some people don't care for the texture the first time they have a vegan burger, one of these. So if you're looking for that like leathery shoe vibe, like kind of what we've accomplished on that side, what I suggest y'all do is do what I'm doing very carefully. And I'm a boss, so you can see here it's going to work out every time. You're just going to go like this. You're going to flip the insides of the chewy part of the burger, and you're going to cook them just for a minute or two on a low setting. Once they're, you can see your pan still got a bit of gurgle to it. Oh, can you see me? Yeah. I just use my fingers because otherwise it'll screw up. You gotta cut into the middle first, and then go around. And she's smoking hot. Don't worry about that. My fingers are fairly from doing cooking and stuff, so I mean, I feel shit, but it's not like what it should feel like if you were to touch this. So there you go. Once you got them all nice and separated, when you do this while they're cooked, you separate them, you cut them in half when they're cooked, not before. You'll have a puddle of goop. Just as if it was a, fleshy burger and the stuff was not cooked. The tensile strength will just tear it apart and make mush. Super gross. Is that vanilla? Yes, this is the good stuff. Mmm. Let's get it. June 30th. Look at the date. We got 30 days to drink this. Are you kidding? This will be gone tomorrow. Oh, yeah. Let's look at the vitamins I just chugged. Let's look on to the vitamins. Got fucking zinc in there and magnesium. B12, 50. Riboflavin, 25. Iron, 4. calcium 30%. You got a gram of protein, 13 grams of sugar. That's really bad. So the unsweetened has 2 or 3. That's not good for us. So I make a boo-boo. Nope. Correction, it's still bad, but it's nowhere near as bad. They use cane sugar, which is what I was hoping for. So way healthier than having a chocolate milk or something. Oh, I could show you the chocolate oat milk. So that's almond drink. Here's oat milk. Transform your morning coffee. Go 2 glass, tasty spoonful. So you can put it like in your cereal, in your coffee, or just have it in your coffee and you have a glass of it, or just whatever in your cereal. Silk oat beverage, the chocolate one. And the expiration is July 4th on this one. Non-GMO verified project, baby. So it's a plant-based, this is a plant-based chocolate milk. We'll just pull it back here and we'll have a check and a peek. This one's got potassium. This one has 10% of your daily iron. The other one had 4. This one has 42. The other one had 50. Riboflavin had 25. This one has 31. Zinc, I think it had 10. What is it? Yeah, 10. It had 9. This has 9. And sugar, 13. What do they make it with? Cane sugar, baby. Cocoa. So there you go. Even this one has cane sugar in it. Very good to know. Throw out all your white refined sugar right now. Go to your cabinets, throw it out right now. If you put sugar in your tea, stop right now. I never put never put sugar in my tea in my life. Grab yourself 1. 2. So you got your, I cut them in half because they're thick, but I still put it all in one. I'm a boss. I ain't going out like that. Dump that in the sink in a second. I'm just going to take this off the heat here. Come back here. Let's grab some onions on there. I'm certain they sell better stuff than they do over here, Hashi. We can. So it took me about 60 conversations, 50 conversations with all my grocery stores that I frequent in Canada. I made some big calls last year and even maybe early this year to all the heads of grocery chains in Canada. And I said, we need more plant-based options or we'll boycott your stores entirely. Sobeys has a great section, has a great vegan section. Superstore has a great vegan section. You must ask the retailers. You help them do legwork. So I actually go, and then Vita Health. Big shop. I used to only shop at Vita Health because they had the selection that I wanted. It costed a little more, but it was what you're saying, like a specialty food. All the big chains weren't carrying it. This is a small store. You can't expect a small store that has 50 or 60 people a day to give you the best price on something. They're not buying enough bulk to give you the best price. So this is a problem with monopoly. Distributors want you to buy in bulk or to get a deal to pass on the savings to your consumers, to your customers. You're not getting a deal if you shop at a smaller store. The smaller stores may be to go and pick up the vegan foods, the brands that you say you want to see in their store. So that's how I started. I started with those 2 years ago. We had a slimmer selection than we now.
And it started with those wieners that I used to buy and eat on live streams. They're vegan, and I can't for the field roast. They're field roast, apple and sage, vegan smokies, and I used to put relish, mustard, and just eat them plain on the side of my plate. I have requested stuff. My vitamin water is discontinued everywhere. Oh, that's a shame. You can make your own vitamin water. Let me show you something, Che. Let me show you something. My buddy, I will be getting the thing that he had. It was like phyto berries and stuff like that. Here is awesome. Screw vitamin water. Get yourself a vegan plant-based protein brownie batter. Come on. Get a little vanilla almond drink. Grab a little bit of peanut butter and mix it right in, and you'll have the best peanut butter brownie shake you ever had. This is another option. And I have all natural Adams peanut butter right here, but that one is for I'm baking something, and that's just I'm using it up before it expires. This here is Super Greens, and it's loaded with probiotics, dairy-free, no sugar added, soy-free, gluten-free. It's a serious thing right here. It's $20, $25 for this. This will last you a month. So you can't get vitamin water, you can't get 45 vitamin waters for $20, right? So this here, you add banana, strawberries, you can add tomatoes, cucumber, lemon, lime to this, anything. You can add just the vanilla almond drink and this and just chug it. You won't be hungry. You'll shred and shed pounds because we don't take into account how important stuff like this is. But look at the vitamins: magnesium, vitamin C, B3, vitamin E, iron, zinc, panthenic, whatever, magnesium, copper, vitamin A, B1, B2, B6, vitamin A, folic, iodine, chromium, vitamin K, selenium, biotin, vitamin D, vitamin B12. Like, we got some serious stuff going on. And then you go up again, and you can see it's got pea protein, oat, beta glucan, inulin, barley, turmeric, spirulina, kale, spinach, wheatgrass, broccoli, kelp, chlorella, papaya, moringa. I have a lot of this stuff. I have moringa, kelp, wheatgrass, spinach, kale, turmeric, barley, oats, and pea protein. I have frozen grapes in the fridge. I don't have alfalfa. I don't have milk thistle. I have moringa in the cabinet. Papaya, I don't have. Chlorella, I don't have. But so, and I have broccoli. All good stuff. It's amazing stuff. Yeah. So, it just gives you this is going to give you a serious boost. So it says 15 different superfoods. So I prefer these over vitamin water. Also because I don't like just one of anything. I want 6 glasses of Super Greens, vanilla flavored banana. So this must be mine. It's got where's mine with the why do I not have barbecue sauce on mine? I have to have another little dash here. There's just a dash. This has sugar in it too, so you want to go very light on this. How much sugar is in this, you ask? For 2 tablespoons, 9 grams of sugar. So that's very bad. I put about I don't know, maybe a teaspoon on here. So that's 1/6. So there's about 1.5 grams or 1 gram of sugar from the barbecue sauce on the burger, which is kind of weird. Oh my God. No onion, relish, mustard, barbecue sauce, pickles. I have a really nice vegan cheese I could have put on there. We'll save it for the pizza. Just do vegan cheese once a day. Oh. We're absolutely gonna put a little bit of gravy on my burger. I'm a freak for gravy.
just warming it up. A couple drops in the center. Ooh. I think my chick was checking the burger like really hard to see if it had onion in it. Mm. Mm. A little bit of smoky gravy on there. There's barely some simmering. Anybody ever put gravy on their burger before? I used to do it when I was in high school. Oh my God. Oh, a mail's here. I gotta get the mail. I think it just junk. All right. Let's wash my hands quick there. I'm telling you. Oh my God. So good. Wow, weed peanut butter sounds lovely. Is that good? Weed peanut butter sounds amazing. Old Jack Kicks, what's up? I'm taking weed peanut butter sandwich to work for lunch. Oh my God. That is awesome. If you're an adult in a legal state, then go for it. That is one excellent way to increase your endocannabinoid system safely and effectively. You want to tell me how you break it down? What do? Grind up a quarter and just chuck it in your peanut butter and just mix it in? Or are you decarbing it and then chucking it in? are using peanut, decarbing your cannabis in peanut oil, and then reconstituting the peanut to your peanut butter. So many ideas going through my head right now. I think we might do hashtag weed peanut butter this evening. And Soul Kicks, I think I may make my version of what you're saying. Well, I'm definitely going to take it a different path than you. And if it turns out your path is what I'm doing already without you saying, now you're telling me. Yeah, it's good. Oh, really? You just mix it in raw. Cool. Another divine looking dinner. Mm. Mm. You know, I have to say, the garlic, the gravy. I'm gonna have to start guaranteeing that I have gravy on every vegan burger. It has taken this over the top and back down and back up again and back down. It's like a roller coaster of sex in my mouth. I decarb it. Okay, thank you. Clarified butter. So you can skip clarified butter and move right into olive oil, MCT oil, coconut oil. I would like to see you try it again, my friend. Please do me a favor, Soldier Kicks, and try pulling out the animal byproduct, the animal fat that you're using, and replace it with a plant-based fat. Like, I'll give you more examples of really good options. I've already made it other ways, and it's amazing. You can actually use, where's my jar of Adam's peanut butter? Right in front of me. You can actually use a natural peanut butter, and you see here, look at that gold right there. Wait. I've done this before on a live stream. You see that? That's peanut oil. That right there is what you need to do, my friend. So I think you're making peanut butter with this type of peanut butter, this is nowhere near the same thing, okay? This right here, not the same as this right here, okay? When you see that separating from your peanut butter, you know that this is natural, man. There's only one ingredient in this, peanuts, all right? That one has other ingredients in it. You don't want to know what they are. They're bad for us. Thank you so much for saying okay, Soldier Kicks. I love you so much. I want you to know this, Soldier Kicks. When you make that, are you an adult, Soldier Kicks, before we go on? Are you an adult? I mean, you're saying go to work. Look, you sound really responsible, and there aren't kids that can make it in the show. They don't even know how to get here. I've never seen kids in this channel before, and if there are, their kids are welcome. We just don't influence kids with medical talk of how we heal for our pain. But we're not going to hide in the shadows like we're criminals here. I'm a legal medical marijuana patient. I'm an advocate for medical marijuana around the world, and I'll never give up. I'm going to eat it around 8:30, so by the time it's time for me to get off work. Oh, yeah. No. Oh, that's amazing. So you work, you come home, you medicate as, whenever you decide, but as you get home, you start to feel some relief. That's amazing. Great analogy, and I love that. Oh yeah, this is the stuff. So this jar was full. So when it's a full jar, you can see that stuff is much higher. It's just peanut oil. Simply the peanut oil has separated from the. Let me dig in here so I can show you one other, just about consistency and stuff. Let me find a butter knife. Yeah, I'm doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. Let's just say you coming here, Soldier Kicks. You don't look like you look like a man, by the way. I can see your picture up closer now. I actually looked closer. I was just reading your name. So you can see here, this is just oil. And then if I just do the peanut butter, you can see how dry it is from here. You can see it's like not chalky, but you can see how dry the peanut butter is on this side. My hands are clean, by the way. I just washed and I didn't bite yet. So you can see that the oil is missing from this piece. It looks like a drier piece of hash, right? But this is peanut butter, for the record. I got goofs trying to. So this is peanut butter that has the oil, has it's drifted from it. There's a term. It's such a the oil has separated. The oil has separated from the peanut butter. All you got to do to get that back is just go like this, right? But I don't want it back. I'm actually trying to separate it, so I don't do that. So what I do is actually I'll take a piece like this and I'll push it up off the bottom of the peanut butter jar, and that helps. Now it's all going to stop. Now it's all going to drain from the bottom. There's your tip of the, and I am using, I've been waiting to use this for edibles right here. That right there is going to fucking rock, boy. Let me tell you. So what you do is you take only that stuff there, this liquid here. You want only that liquid, and you put that through. Yeah, you push the oil out exactly any way you can. You can squish it out any way you can. What you do is you take that stuff, put it in a pan, and then you take your whatever you're decarbing and you grind it. Make sure it's ground, carefully ground. When you grind, I don't want people taking it and like reefing it and pushing so all the trikes are like stuck to whatever you're grinding in. When I say ground, I mean like take a plate and roll it on the plate, break it up a little bit, make sure it's a little bit drier, and then just take the plate and dust it right in there. Don't sit there and use it, because sometimes grinders, they take away the stuff you want in there. You want to have just that whole bud. Hit the pan if you can, right? But the center of what's in there never really gets to, the oil never really gets to meet it. It just goes on the exterior of it. That's why you break up and ground. You have to. If you're not grinding and making sure that it's all even, it's wrong. I'm okay. You can do things any way you want, but that is not going to get you every drop of the stuff soaked and pulled out of what's in the flour to pull into the oil, because it can't get into the center. It'd be like saying, like, this is a nug and we don't break it up. We just chuck it in there. It'll pull all the trikes off the exterior, maybe some off of a little bit off of the inside, but you're never getting out what's on the inside, right? Using peanut oil is 50 times more effective than using the animal fats. There is no animal fat that works better than MCT coconut oil, peanut oil, olive oil, avocado oil. Those are your four. I'll say them again. Write them down, please, everyone. Olive oil, peanut oil, and I prefer the kind from an all-natural jar of peanut butter. You can get any peanut oil you want, though. Peanut oil, olive oil, avocado oil, MCT oil, medium chain triglyceride, is coconut oil. There's SCT, short chain triglyceride, LCT, long chain triglyceride. They all have their benefits. A long chain means the length of time, so the chain itself is a chain of fats. The shorter the chain, the quicker it hits your bloodstream and affects you. So short chain triglycerides will hit you faster. Your body will eat them up and digest them faster, making the buzz or the medicinal effect very quick. 20 minutes, half hour, done. You use a long chain, or 2 hours to 4 hours tops on the short chain. You use a long chain, you're going to get a day, 12 hours a day of relief. And again, this is a proper medicated dose. Most of you don't know what it's like to be the hash man. Like, we'll talk about that another day. Medium chain, you still get, if like I'm the hash man, I eat a lot of hash. Hash, not flour oil, hash oil. Like, think of taking 100 flour cookies and eating them in an hour. That's what it's like to be me. I'm not kidding around. I've seen people like, no, it's not a big deal, but I eat a lot of hash. And I don't do it for fun. It brings me incredible relief I've never felt before. I'll never give up and I'll never stop eating hash. Hash is my only medicine, Rastafari. And the rest of fruits and vegetables, they are also my medicine. My main go-to, hash. And do I have any experience making edibles? I have 2 decades experience making flour edibles. I don't know making hash edibles, but it's been a long time. I love you, Che. Can you make a video of how you cook it and make it in a meal? I will, my friend, but I'll have to do it on my Canna Info. I'm coming up to getting monetized again, and I want to. I've been trying to work with YouTube for so long to tell and explain that this is not an illegal channel, and I am not illegal. What I do in Canada is completely legal, and the government of Canada is. I've asked. I said, is it okay if I make my cannabis into a vegetable oil? It's 100% a-okay in Canada. I cannot use oils. Oh, my heart goes out to the firemen. There are firefighters. 1,000 times Cookie. He has plenty. Oh yeah, actually, I have soldier kicks as well. I'm sorry about that. I have hundreds of videos on making edibles and stuff and how to make hash French toast. You can Google stuff like hash info. I will make a video as well. The only reason I will is because if I don't, then I'm taking the side of monetary over help and healing and giving good info. So I will make a video. They won't monetize me again. They'll say I'm an illegal drug dealer from Canada, which is fucking the dumbest shit in the world. I don't leave my house. Nobody comes here. I'm the brokest person on YouTube ever. And whatever. I'm gonna continue. I'm being very much. There's a term for it. What they call what they do to people. They try to slander my good name and what I stand for and things like that. And I won't allow it. I'm going to continue to fight it. I'm going to court about what YouTube has done to me and my businesses on YouTube. But all I can do is continue to show that I am well informed. I do provide a service to adults who are in pain, who do ask questions, who may be using cannabis less effectively than they could be to help relieve more of your pain with a smaller batch of buds. Okay. I am the most efficient at taking a granule of bud and getting us all baked. Period. I grew up poor. I grew up very poor with very little and always got by. So, and I got by well. And anyone who was my friend as a youth, would as a teenager, as a young adult, a 22-year-old, whatever it is, they'd hang out with me and they'd be like, "Yo, how you doing?" And
I'd be like, yeah, let's get down, and they'd be like, yeah, like this, and I'm like, no, that's all wrong. They're like, okay, like, what am I doing wrong, bud? And I'd be like, okay, well, let's try it this way. But it all starts with this. Instead of just, that's all wrong. That's all wrong. Slow and steady. Fucking peanut butter weed sandwich, he says. That's awesome. I have not tried that. I mean, well, no, I haven't. I have never tried. I have eaten decarb weed, but not in a peanut butter sandwich. That is so awesome. Dude makes peanut butter sandwiches and gets ripped. Like, your options are endless. And dude's doing it right. He's not doing it wrong. He's absolutely nailed it. He nailed an edible recipe to the T. The peanuts themselves have the oil in it. It's a shame that it's not a heated peanut butter sandwich, because then the oils would actually begin to work in conjunction with the oils of the cannabis and creating what's called an infusion. It's life. Infusion is life. We are all infused with water and air and everything. Every day we're infused with something new. Sunlight, darkness. I am looking for something specific because that's what we do. We're very specific on this show, I find. And I think I found what I'm looking for. There's something super specific. I'm actually really into this one. It's sour. I got a sour one here that is to die for. Let me see what we got here. I might have pulled it out here. All right. Actually, one more thing I like to do is always give it a bit of a, your stem and everything. If it gets too clogged, you're wasting. Seriously, you could spend all day, with the best stuff, and by the end of the day, be like, why is it not am I not catching a nice buzz like normal? And then you look at your things you're using, like if you're using a bowl, how clogged was it? Normally it'll be pretty clogged, especially if you're on the good stuff, because that's what good stuff is. It's very resinous. So lots of people's stuff just isn't. It's called taking it to full term, meeting the plant at its actual window, not what your calendar says. All plants are created differently for a reason. They provide us effects differently and relief differently when picked at certain stages. And the stages I like to pick at are very done, very well done. Not, looks like it's still got 3 weeks left on it or anything like that. Very well done is the ones I like. All right. Get through to that. Pop it like this. And then just bang it here. See what we got. Let's see here. All right, I got these. Get this a once over. All right, on today's show, I am going to hop on a round of cod, and I hope you all can join me for that. I'm going to try and make it a special episode for a few reasons. Plus, I haven't been playing with sound lately. I've been winning games with no sound on, like a lot of games. I'm 1 rank away from legendary status. It's the highest rank in the world, and we're going for it. I'm playing Call of Duty better than 92% of people in the world, which is a farce. I just haven't got that
rank yet. I think the first month I played, I was legendary. I have to go check. I won't, but maybe one day I'll get a chance to. Because I'm always making videos instead of watching my videos, right? But after a morning show, when I do the morning show, I watch my morning show while I meditate and relax. I'll have it on in the background while I bathe. I love the streams where there's lots of communication with other people in the chat. It really makes me kind of perk my eyes up and take note. I like reading the chat and having nice like comments put in about pertaining to stuff that we're talking about. It adds more replay value for me when I get a lot of chatting in the chat from others. And I hate when I miss a good comment that I could, where I want to like shout it out and be like, kudos, that is awesome. So I do try to look as often as I can at the chat. Have you got your own herbs garden in your window ledge, Hashi? How long does it take to grow your own herb garden? It can take about 75, 80 days on the long end, but you're talking about plants that are actually starting to seed out by that time. So it's roughly the same timeline of cannabis, give or take a week or two. Some are a little bit more. I'm trying to think of, well, I'm herb garden. I'm talking about lavender now, and let's see. I think my basil was 75 days for the certain type of basil I had. Where are my seeds? I had 5 or 6 packs of seeds here on the counter. Oh, here they are. Oh, great question. And here's your answer. I mean, not that I need to pull these out, but it does help. This could say 75 days. So there you go. 75 days for that one. 85 days for spearmint. So 3 months. The cucumbers ready in 2 months, 60 days. So there's your difference. You know, this here, I don't want to say this thing grows easily. These are trees and shrubs at this point. You know, I basically sometimes I get like woodier stalks on my mints. I'd almost consider these some kind of like a mini shrub tree rather than, you know, this is more of a plant. Because I've been thinking about this. Birds land on things, right? And then they bend the stalks over. If they were to land on this stuff, they would bend it right over. This doesn't even have, like, this has no good branches on it. It's very flimsy, this, once you let winter come into play, maybe like late fall, these start to seed out. The stalks get so woody, even birds land on my mint and herb garden. I grow pretty big plants. Like my biggest mint was about 4 feet from nothing. Like, we have strong winters here. We start fresh. I had about a 3.5 or 4 foot tall mint plant. Wild mint grows back there in my garden, on my side garden, not my bigger garden on my other side. Anyway, I'll see if some of that comes up. It looks identical to this too, so it could be spearmint. I don't know if I have mint or spearmint. I just chuck it in a pot. I think I didn't see it. I didn't take any down last year because it had this foamy stuff on there. It looks identical to this stuff though. It definitely kind of looks like is that fucking what? Burning nettle. This kind of strikes me as like burning nettle leaves. Some of them, like certain spots, I'm catching like little wisps of. I know burning nettle. I used to roll in burning nettle and then come into my almost house just screaming. Like we told you don't play in the burning nettle. And I'm just like covered right from like my whole hand all the way up my arm. I'm grabbing my butt, just touching my butt. Never good. Burning nettle is when I learned to spend most of my time in a bathtub after I came in from outdoors because, burning nettle. We'll just say that. The reason Hashi is so clean, I owe it all to burning nettle. All right? I thought these flowers were nice. I picked these up just because Empress of India. I thought this flower was just beautiful. I really do love flowers. And then we got some YouTuber seeds here. These are YouTuber seeds, except Hashi. But all the All them YouTubers out there with fake channels promoting corporations. Your pansies. Isn't that nice of me to see? I'm calling them flowers. They are not flowers. They're pansies. I don't even think a pansy is a flower. I think that's like it's like a shitty flower. No, I do like pansies. Yeah, I like YouTubers. No, I like YouTubers are the ones with channels. You know, they're making videos about corporations. That's what I'm referring to. Last night, I had one of the most incredible flavors ever. And it was bowl after bowl. I was like, what is this? What is this? And I'm telling you, like, this would turn, gray dicks just straight red hot. This stuff will make a muff twitch. But I couldn't believe it. The flavor on it. So I don't know which damn jar I drilled into, but it's this jar. That's what happened. Always tastes great, but sometimes, man, I'm telling you, sometimes. Fuck, I wish you could smell in this jar right now. Even I took a sniff and my stomach, I took a sniff and my stomach went, so shiny, so sticky. It's like, it reminds me of a carnival when I was a kid and there was like these sweet, like, I don't know, some kind of like sweet popsicle or like, I don't know, like the prize room at a carnival where there's like a bunch of treats right next door. I don't know. It's just like straight makes you want to giggle like a kid. Candy store. This is fucking like a fruit candy store. I don't know, man. I'm smelling a little cedar on the back end now too, but it was all candy store at first. I put a few different types in there. That candy store smell, it's not candy store. It's like a fruit store. A fruit candy store. Definitely catching whiffs of it. Wow, that's just stupid. No, there's so much going on. It does remind me of Blue Lifesaver, though. Like a blue raspberry. So back in the 80s, there was like Blue Shark Kool-Aid, and I'm not advocating Kool-Aid. That stuff is poisonous. Please, if any of you have Tang or Kool-Aid in your cabinet, throw it in the garbage now. Iced tea crystals, all that stuff is poison. It's like a fucking Skittle fucked the Blue Lifesaver. And then fucking was dipped in that raspberry shark Kool-Aid. Exactly like that. A bag of fucking lime Skittles and orange Skittles And strawberry Skittles. Holy, they fucking pummeled a fucking package of blue Lifesavers. And just fucking. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, my hands are just beet red. I wasn't spanking them that hard. I was just, I guess it's so many slaps. It's like 42 billion slaps. So, and then they fucking dove to clean off and wash off all that stuff all over their sticky bodies. They dove into blue raspberry shark Kool-Aid. And then they just like sauteed in it. They were just swimming with the sharks. And the Skittles just doesn't want to hop out of the blue raspberry. Because there's no blue raspberry Skittle. See, that's the dilemma I'm having. Oh my god, it's like a blueberry Skittle. Fucked. Purple grapes. Now it's coming to me. A fucking lime Skittle. Fuck the blueberry. And then they fucking rounded up a threesome on Tinder. With grapes. Purple punch. Like a fruit punch. But back there was something else going on too, like way back. But I think that could be just... I mean, then we're talking about like 14 varieties, so... I mean, you could totally dick with someone, just say it's flour, and then just add like a couple pieces of my 66 variety hash. And they're like, what the fuck am I... They're like, they'll think you absolutely have the... Like, I mean, which I do, but... Which one? Which varietal, right? I definitely want some other opinions, though. Like, I can't wait for Dusty to see. It'll take a couple years, but eventually something will happen, and I can't wait for Dusty to see them and sniff them. Other people are welcome to in the 2-year time from now to get it going. You can come for it has to be some sort of like a professional visit. But I'll meet different people from different sniffers, right? So this is how it works, okay? Ooh, that was scary. I just heard somebody pile on their brakes at medium speed. Like, this is residential. What the hell are you? How fast are you driving? Eyes on the road, people. Go 5 under the speed limit, not 10 over. You know, you got a doctor's appointment, you got a doctor's appointment. You make it there or you don't. There's a big difference. So I had to wipe the counter, but I actually brought, I'll actually bring in some, hang on, what the fuck? I'll bring in some seed tray. I'll bring in some trays of dirt and plant these seeds on the live stream for you in a little bit. And we'll get that going here. So I want to see these seeds. These seeds feel really like a... Well, I'm going to guess these seeds are... No, I've never bought these before. They're $2 in Canada. don't think I'm going to be able to open them. Pack of cards. There's no thing on the middle. That's a good packaging. That is a good patch, but it's plastic. So this gets a fail. And this gets a fail. And these are plastic with vegetable ink. These are made in Brandon, Manitoba. Well, they're at least... Well, this is the company is in Brandon. Fucking awesome. Hey, if anybody's looking for some seriously awesome seeds, these are not GMO'd, but it's not saying that on the package. It said it on the plant stand. I think this term, I could be wrong, but I think this term means grade A seeds. Like #1 seed, because don't they all say that? Or am I wrong? Fuck, I'm wrong, probably. There's like, we should play guess how many seeds are in the packages, everybody. I'm curious who's gonna win. Like, I can feel shit, and I don't like. There's like barely any. It feels like in here, so I'll say like 30 or 40 tops. I couldn't read on here while I was there how many seeds were in each pack either. I just bought them because I know I can get seeds out of this, and I should be able to if I get pollinated, or if I can pollinate with any type of pollen that I have in the garden, we'll be laughing. There was a male plant. I forget what it was. I didn't buy it. It cost money for this tree. It was like $23 or $15 for this one. Oh, was it lavender? I can't remember. Lilac, I mean. I can't remember. But I didn't buy it because, you know, I'm probably a fucking cheap goof. That's why. I don't know. There is no good answer to why I didn't buy a plant. I should have. So let's see what's here. Let's open these up. If I had more money, I would buy more plants that are really unique, like cherry trees, plum trees, grapes, blueberry, raspberry bushes, strawberry, raspberry bushes, like already started plants, like $20, $30 plants. I don't know if you can get them that big, probably at a specialty place, or you could just, some people let you dig up their old plants. Everybody is so finicky. So these definitely didn't, I thought these would be black with like sticks coming out of them. I don't know, there's lots of seeds that look like that, but these are different. These look like, well, they look like that. These are the Empress of India. So I got those because I'm not racist, and wow, that flower looks amazing. Definitely be doing some documentation of the species that come to the yard, the insect population, and who knows, you know, this may turn out to have some sort of nitrogen pellets growing underground from the roots, right? So we don't know until we try, right? Maybe done right and in a certain zone. I think this goes. So this doesn't work like that. This one's gonna be quick flower. Like this is just gonna last. This one for sure. I know pansies don't last too long. I mean, like it lasts a while. Look, it looks nice for a bit. Let's just say that. You're gonna be 100 here, I say. No, it can't be 100 if there's. I don't know. Let's see. Fuck, I can't see anything. Yeah, there's probably like at least 60 there, 70. It's a tiny little fucking thing, just a really tiny one. Could be 100. There's no more than 100, that's for sure. It's all the way to the other side. I just haven't opened it in there. Should be something else. There's maybe 50 here, 60, 70. Maybe up to 100. Okay. I don't count flower seeds. I don't even know how to really count stuff. I just know how to... Oh, no, there's 150 here probably. There's at least 100. Oh, yeah, there's shit tons here. So cool. They give you lots of pansy seeds. I don't want to dump them out because they're easier to work inside a package when they're that small. And then if you open up anything, all you got to do just to secure it, just fold it a few times, make sure it's got a good 2-3 folds, stick it in there, and now you know she's not going anywhere. She's good for a bit. It's not going anywhere anyway. It's just getting planted today in about an hour. Let's check out the basil. I've got a really unique setup for these, so stay tuned to watch some uploads from Hash Info, Hash TV, and Canna Info is going to be popping out some really unique video on how to grow flowers easy, yo. Like, it's not hard. I'm no flower expert, but I'm sure gonna look like one by the end of the day. Give me a month and I'll look like a fucking flower god. But it's just a flower. You plant them, they grow. If they don't, you fucked up, yo. You didn't put a little mini greenhouse over your plants for a duration, right? Take them till June 5th or 10th with a dome over them. Pitch like, I need something to drink. Had a really nice green tea with lemongrass yesterday. I think I'll do another one today. Yeah, I'm gonna do the dishes today. I am. I'm gonna soak them. There's probably a good few dishes here. It's not one person's job or a female's job is usually. Sometimes people think that it's a woman's job in the kitchen. And I hate to disappoint, but I don't know if you've seen a lot of head chefs in restaurants. There's got to be 50% men in head chefs in kitchens. So it's a 50-50 role. I don't care if there's more women even. It still doesn't make it, one person's job. So I try to do as much as I can, which I don't do a lot of dishes. Like I'll wash the pans and stuff in the pots. And a couple plates if we gotta eat off, but I never do all of them, and that's a shame. Sometimes I do all of them, not never, but I don't usually do them all the time. I do take it a bit for granted, right? So it's nice to do them once in a while and say thank you for always doing them. We have a dishwasher, but it's like dishwashers are bad. Dishwashers use too much. And they don't do a good job. Your fingers are gifts from who cares where they came from. Use your hands, man. Like, wash a cup around the edge. That's where your lips are all like sticky and morning cups of coffee. It's gross at the end of a cup or two of coffee. You get a little, stuff on the edge of a cup. Cups at night, same thing, So I always try and make sure I wash my rim around my cup. Because it's like, it could get missed. Even by a hand washer, But it's less often gonna have, I don't know, dishwashers use too much, don't do a good job. I don't like the dishwashing things, that the pods and stuff, we have them, and I just don't like that stuff. I prefer dish soap that's, I want to read what it has kind of on it. Be able to use it on my hands and see how it affects them or if it does a good job. And if you can put your hands in it, to me it's safer. So I like using certain dish soaps that I wash my hands in the sink in the kitchen anyway when it's empty. I'll use a little bit of the dish soap that's on the side here because it does a good job of removing the dirt and
grease and stuff, right? Does anyone else like using hand wash over a dishwasher? Like, does anyone else find their dishwasher will like miss all the cups on the left sometimes, or like do only half the plates? Sometimes you can get a decent. It's like you have to pre-rinse your dishes before you put them in. Are you kidding me? You're 3/4 done washing at that point. So, I despise dishwashers. Plus, you know, I think dishwashers suck because it costs money. You gotta put that in your house. It's electricity. We can get away with not buying one, not using that space for that. Have more cabinet space, which I'd like, especially for under the sink stuff. So, you know, it's a lose-lose to get a dishwasher. It costs money. You got to put the special detergent in there. It costs power is what I mean. It uses a lot of water. So there's two different ways it costs more right out of the gate. Tiggs has a blue ball. Both of the cats are sitting at the back door and they want to go out, but I got a couple more. Can't do pots at the same time. Hey, Sid Vlogs. How's it growing, buddy? Makuya. You do everything else, though. Oh, the cucumber seed, yeah. I was going to guess how many were in here. Sorry about that. I mean, we could still guess. So there's those. The small seed. These are the Empress of India. And the pansy small seeds are in there. How many are in the Empress of India? I say 30. 40. 30 for sure. There's 5. 10. Okay, I think that's 15. We'll say 15. There's 20. 25. 30. 34. There's probably 35. I'm pretty sure I had one more in my head. If not, who cares? Look at the size of the seed, man. I actually don't feel that bad. Definitely shouldn't be wearing this ring while I'm out there. That's just stupid. So... in my pocket. Okay, so what is this? Cucumber. This is pansies and this is the Empress. So let's see how we plant the Empress seed. So it takes 50 to 60 days for something. So once 4 hours plus of sunlight it's asking for. Sun or part shade. 4 hours. Fuck, we get like 14 here. You're in trouble, bud. Dazzling 6 centimeters. Let's read you this one. Dazzling 6 centimeter scarlet blooms against deep purplish green foliage on compact plants. That's how this is how. That's what I'm gonna say. That's some serious right there. Note,
This is good. These are good when you do stuff like this too. This is actually why I bought this one, because I liked how this one was worded. Note: to aid germination, rub seed with nail file. There you go, Dusty. So what do we call that, Dusty? Scarification. So something like that. I don't know if that's proper term, but we're trying to scrape it and scar it, like so. Nail file. If you don't have one, you could use this right here. You can use this. Use this. Totally use this. You're not doing it. You're not hurting it. You're just gonna go like this. Oh, I should have showed it to you before though. You can see it took a little bit there, but let me show it to you here. Up close, you'll see some scarification. Look. See it? You can see these 3 pieces, good 3 or 4 pieces. We've brought it up, right? So this is a very hard shell. So the purpose of the husk, the seed husk, is to ensure the germination process can happen. Now let's say this were to get stepped on. This thing would be okay. Unless you stepped on it on concrete. But this thing flowered in a garden, right where there was some soft soil, probably going to land in some soft soil. Looks like a walnut or a brain. It's very interesting. The shape of this is like a human brain. Let's get you in close here and show you what we're doing here. Same concept can be done to any seed to increase germination. Okay, not too deep, just a little bit. It's probably very excessive, but it's not going to be reaching the seed. And I'm not going to cut one of these open, not with 34. I want all 34 to flower, to germinate. So you can see here we've got a nice there right there. Let's see what that is. A little bit of the interior there. Something completely different shade, so it's got to be what we're trying to house and protect here. All right, we're gonna do the biggest one. No, so we'll do one here that's smaller but still a full seed. There's some nice ones here. Some of these don't look so shit hot like this one, but we'll do this one because I don't think it mattered. I think it's I think this one could be very mature. I just want to see. Look at how identical to the human brain this looks. That is disgusting. That is identical. It's dried. Oh yeah, compared to this one, you would say for sure that it's definitely not doing so shit hot, but let's have a peek at, I really have to open two. I mean, this one looks shit for sure. Then this one has the least shape, but it's still up close. It has just a smaller flower that had smaller seeds, and this is probably older, and this matured longer in the garden. The smaller flowers don't finish first, they finish last, usually because the smaller plants don't get light till maybe later on. That's what I've noticed with all kinds of plants. Should be able to make some headway on this, no? Alright. Very sharp knife here. Let's use the right side. You know what? We're not going to be able to get into this. This fucker's dried right out, and I don't think it's going to go. These are called the Empress of India. Dusty. Empress of India. Oh, but their scientific name, Nasturtium capucine. So it's probably from Italy, capucine. Well, could someone please Google the word, if you don't mind? Could you just Google this word? Because this word caught my eye on the back here. I thought this word was wait. Yeah, it's the same word. This word caught my eye. This word means something. I want to Google it, but I don't have a computer open right now. Fuck, I have to do one of these. I want to see what's inside this. It's going to be like a star-shaped seed. I know it. And I've never done this before. I think it will anyway. I don't know, and I should make sure I just get the husk and not the Did I make tea? I haven't had any tea today. It's been I was up all night. What's going on here? Need some tea bag and stuff. Give me a sec. I thought I put some tea up here. I moved it again. I'll make 2 teas here quick. Alright. That like this. Just start pouring. This thing's new. I don't buy new stuff hardly at all. Not often. Hardly at all. Shoes. I'll buy new shoes once. I blow out shoes hard. Like I'm on my feet a lot. But let's see. I don't buy it. I buy shoes like once a year. Once every 2 or 3 years. I have my same boots from 3 years ago. 2 pairs of them. I bought 2 different kinds. Work boot and my boots I wear when I go out. And then I got something else too. I forget what it is. I had rubber boots for $10 the other day, steel toe. But I felt like I was robbing them blind by taking 2 pairs of steel toe rubber boots for $9.99 each. I put insoles in there. What's going on? Oh, this thing's just purring. This thing is awesome, I think. Let's cut this open. I got a hot tea here. Which one what were we gonna do? I may as well just do this one. We'll try and cut it off the side here so you can see. Oh, it's a nutshell. Sweet! There she is. There she is. It's identical to a cannabis seed. In the aspect of I guess this is more identical to a walnut, really. Fucking awesome. That's definitely cool. I'm going to plant just this like I would, no, wait a second. I don't dehusk my seeds. Interesting. I have looked inside seeds when I was young, but now I would never do that. I can look at a hemp seed if I want. It's identical. If I want to dissect something, I can use it. I can dissect a hemp seed. I don't like the term dissect either. It refers to science humiliating and absolutely just destroying animals' rights and animals' freedoms. I can't believe what I've come across on Instagram and people have sent. The way Texas A&M treats dogs, I'll never forget. there's been so many research labs shut down in America that were testing on monkeys recently from all the outrage. So many dairy farms in Chicago shut down because of all the animal rights abuse. The animal abuse was horrific and it will remain horrific until all dairy farms are closed down. They're tricks of their trade to make sure that the sucking machines, that like the knobs that go over the female woman cow's udders, her nipples, they're so tight on there they get pussy and inflamed, but they'll actually just come off and they'll keep sliding off because they get so inflamed, and the sucker is only one size, the nipple or whatever, right? For all 6 of them they put on, and one of her nipples is so inflamed, but to get that amount they need, they'll accept pustule milk. So they'll reattach it and they'll use jumper cables and they'll attach that to the udder so it stays on. And this stuff is on Instagram, and dairy farmers they're caught doing this stuff. You can't hide this stuff anymore. Your tricks of the trade are inhumane and are horrific. So I will never again eat ice cream, cheese, dairy. These are females. Females are kept in captivity and raped. You know, they're put in a cage with 10 other females. They put them in cages where they're all looking at each other. 9 or 10 female cows, 20 female cows are put in a circle like this into pens where they can't back up or move. Then their head is chained and their neck is chained and shackled in place. Like in England, when you stole from the royals, they would put you in the middle of town and shackle you and chain you. Your wrists in binds and your head in the piece of wood. Same technique is used to hold a cow in place now. And then they begin to rape the female cows and inseminate them, they say, but they call them rape cages and they do this for the female cow in her life can be raped hundreds and hundreds of times because it doesn't always work. Like, they won't always give birth on the 1 or twice try, eh? But yeah, it's a wonderful world we live in when we live in a vegan world. If you had to go out and make your own milk, or if you had to work on a farm, a dairy farm, I think you'd quickly go vegan. I think they should definitely be put in the same place and see how it feels, right? So yeah, then I think they would change the way they lived. You know? There's lots of farmers that are vegan. You know, they no longer want to be in that lifestyle, live that life and do those inhumane things on a daily to a life, a sentient being, a being that feels pain, that knows they're alive, that loves and has a family. We are sentient beings. Humans are sentient beings, believe it or not. We should have more compassion and care should be given. Not, oh, this tastes good, we eat it because it's healthy. That's not true. Even in I'm not religious, but in the Bible it does say that all fruit-bearing plants were given to people on earth. So I'm not saying if 100 million people are starving and you live next to the ocean and there's a huge drought, all the food is spoiled or contaminated, I'm not saying let's stop living right now. Let's go eat fish for a week or a month until we can go get some fucking seeds, plant some fucking plants indoors, underground. We can fucking take a battleship and put it in the middle of the Antarctic Ocean with 4 other aircraft carriers for 60 days or 150 days for military exercises, but we can't go out in the fucking ocean and grow plants on these huge boats? And then aircraft carriers pilots can't load their fucking planes full of vegetables and fruit instead of bombs? I think we could.
So are we doing what we could to sustain life? Fuck no. We're taking life on the daily, waging war. Governments of the world control wars and make wars happen on the daily through media and news influence. Until they are held accountable, we can't even begin to talk about how they mishandle our health care industry and our overall health of the people that we pay taxes that go towards them to go sit on beaches. Share this video, smash the like.